Hey, what's up guys, welcome back to my channel. Hey, it's Dick and today I will be looking at the OnePlus Note 2 and the Poco X3 GT. Here comes the OnePlus Note 2. So the OnePlus Note 2 is not pretty much everything. It is everything you can ask for. Its specs is it's using 50 megapixel AI triple sensor camera with optical image stabilization. The OnePlus Note 2 is using the Sony IMX766 sensor. It is 50 megapixel sensor and a pretty big sensor. It's You can see the video from this sensor. It is very impressive. The contrast, the saturation, the true tone, the colors, the dynamic range, the noise reduction. It is very awesome to see that it's come from a mobile phone, and that is OnePlus Note 2. You can see the dynamic range, and it is coming with the 65-watt charger. With the wire charger 65 watt, it's pretty fast, and it can go from 1 to 50 in 30 minutes, and it is come with a MediaTek Dimensity 1200 AI chipset. It is pretty smooth chipset that can go hand to hand with the Snapdragon 870, and its performance is awesome. Also, the OnePlus Note 2 comes with Oxygen OS 11.3. It's bugs free and pretty smooth. The OnePlus Note 2 also comes with a 6.43 9Hz Fluid AMOLED display. It is HDR10 Plus, and it is very smoother. It also comes with the dual speakers with the Dolby Atmos technology plus haptics 2.0. Its experience is awesome to ride on this mobile phone. It also comes with the Wi-Fi 6 modem plus 5G ready. The Wi-Fi 6 gives you a better area and a better speed, also plus 5G. It comes with three designs: the blue, black, and green. You can choose your style and your design and your color. The main highlight of the Note 2 is its camera. It is 50 megapixel Sony IMX766 sensor with optical image stabilization. Its camera is very much brighter. It also comes with the portrait mode, solid camera, solid color, backlight, and night time mode, etc. You can see that blend the dark into your well. The nighttime photo of the Note 2 is on another level. It's very much hype, very awesome. Now let's see the Poco F3 GT. The Poco F3 GT has many things to talk about. It is 120 Hz media. It has 120 Hz turbo AMOLED display, MediaTek 1200, tactical RGB glow, dual speakers, 5000 mAh battery, 67 watt supercharger, and 5G enabled. The Poco F3 GT also comes with the slim straight design, and it have dual triggers. That is for gaming. You know that Poco F3 GT is a gaming phone. The male grip triggers with the GT stretch 3 levels of bevels, 22 step engaged. The 120 Hz turbo AMOLED display is better, faster, stronger. It's a whole new world that's shining, shimmering, and splendid. It's also come with the HDR10 Plus and 10-bit panel and 40 Hz touch sampling rate, and it also comes with Gorilla Glass 5. It is pretty smooth. The Poco F3 GT also comes with the MediaTek Dimensity 1200, a all-power unit, and then some. It is the same chipset that is used in the OnePlus Note 2, but a better performance because it's a gaming phone. It's all focused on the gaming. So it have triggers. It has dual stereo speakers. It also supports the Dolby Atmos technology high resolution audio. The surrounding speakers is very high. You know that the Dolby Atmos technology speakers are very impressive, that also used in the Poco X3 NFC. So it's a bit smoother. It's also come with the high level cooler technology. It's have vapor chambers, it's bigger vapor chambers, and 8-layer graphite with aerospace grade white graphite here. It also have the thunder and lightning on the camera bump. It's a tactical RGB glow. The Poco F3 GT also come with a 67 Sonic Charge 3.0. Full charge in morning takes you through the night. Yeah, it have the 5655 million power battery, and a pretty fast, the 67-watt wire charger. It's pretty fast. The Poco F3 GT comes with the three sensors. Its main is 64 IMX682 sensor, and it's capable of 4K 30 fps, and ultra wide is 8 megapixel and 2 megapixel macro lenses. It's the same bump that used in the Poco F3, that Snapdragon version, and it's a glass lens ED optical hybrid. The hybrids are the future to be in transportation or camera lens. It's a total frame changer. You can see that the Poco F3 GT comes with the UFS 3.1 technology and side mounted fingerprint sensor. I used the side mounted fingerprint sensor. It is very fast than the display one. You can see that some image quality of the Poco F3 GT is awesome. The color tone, the black on the shirt, that person's eyes is very sharp. You can see that it's captured on the shot on the Poco F3 GT. Now you can see that the nighttime photo of the Poco F3 GT is also on another level. It's used AI to boost the colors and to show you the real image. You can see that in nighttime. Yeah, in nighttime you can see that this man's color tone, skin tones, and grains, noise reduction, and the pop-up colors. It's the camera of Poco F3 GT. Now we will talk about the difference between them. So we will see some key differences to choose the Poco F3 GT or the OnePlus Note 2. The Poco F3 GT have the 120Hz display over 90Hz of the OnePlus Note 2. It comes with the 565 million larger battery, and it has 12% faster single core Geekbench 5, and the Poco F3 GT has inbuilt infrared port. The reasons to consider the OnePlus Note 2: 5G, newer Bluetooth version, and it has the optical image stabilization, which Poco F3 is lacking, and weight at 16 grams lesser. You can see that the Poco F3 GT wins in the display and the battery and the performance also. You can see that they both have the same chipset, but the Poco F3 GT wins because it's a gaming phone. But in camera session, the Note 2 5G wins because it has 50 megapixel sensor and an optical image stabilization. Now let's see some display. They both have AMOLED display, but the Poco F3 GT is 6.67 inch display. They both are HD plus resolution, but the PPI density on the Note 2 is higher than Poco F3 GT, but the refresh rate of the Poco F3 GT is higher than OnePlus Note 2. The Poco F3 GT has 120Hz display, but the Note 2 has 90Hz display. Also, they both support the HDR10 content, and also come with a Gorilla Glass 5. And the screen to body ratio of the Poco F3 GT is 86%, and the Poco F3 GT has also featured the always on display. Now we will talk about the build and design. The Poco F3 GT is 6.37 inches and the Note 2 is 6.26 inches. They are both not waterproof, and they both use the glass material or the plastic. Plus, the Note 2 has the plastic frame, where the Poco F3 GT has glass. They both came in the 2 colors, and the Note 2 come in the 3 colors. The Poco F3 GT comes with black and silver color, where the Note 2 comes with the gray, blue, green color. The fingerprint sensor in the Poco F3 GT is in home button, but in the Note 2 the fingerprint sensor is in display. Now let's talk about their performance. As you can see, they both use the MediaTek Dimensity 1200, but the Note 2 is using LPDDR4X RAM with the speed of 21.33 megahertz. They both come in dual storage, 128 and 256 GB of storage. They both support UFS 3.1 and they both don't have a card slot. But as you can see, the Poco F3 GT is winning in the performance, the single core and the multi-core. Single core performance is 12% higher than Note 2 and the multi-core performance is also higher, 20% higher than Note 2. The software they're using is Android 11 and the Poco F3 GT running on this lighter MUI 12.5 and the Note 2 is running on Oxygen OS 11.3. Now let's talk about the battery. The battery capacity of the Poco F3 GT is 5065 mAh battery and the Note 2 has 45 mAh battery. The charging power is both are the same, but the Poco F3 GT comes with a 67 watt charging and the Note 2 comes with a 65 watt charging. They both don't support the wireless charging and reverse charging, but they both are fast charger. But here's the advantage for the Note 2 because it has less battery than the Poco F3 GT, so it's come with full charging in 30 minutes. You can see that the test of the Note 2. Talk about the cameras. The main camera of the Poco F3 GT is a 64 megapixel camera, where the Note 2 has the 50 megapixel camera. The image resolution of the Poco F3 GT is winning because it's 64 megapixel rather than 50 megapixel on the Note 2. They both don't have the telephoto lens, so they are supporting digital zooms. They both have dual flash LED, but the stabilization is winning on the Note 2 because it has optical image stabilization. They both don't support the 8K recording, but support the 4K up to 30 fps and the 1080p up to 60 fps. They both have slow motion and the wide angle. Now let's talk about their sensor. The Poco F3 GT is using the Sony IMX686 sensor for its main camera, and the Note 2 is using the 50 megapixel Sony IMX766 sensor. The Poco F3 GT has 64 megapixel and the Note 2 has 50 megapixel, and the second sensor of the ultra wide lens is both are the same, but little advantage to the Poco F3 GT because it has the 5.2 aperture and a 1.12 macro. They both have the macro lens, but the and also the monochrome lens. The camera features the bokeh mode both and the pro mode. Now let's talk about the selfie cameras. The Poco F3 GT has 16 megapixel, where the Note 2 has 32 megapixel. You can see that on the image resolution, the Note 2 is winning because it has the 32 megapixel sensor, and they both have f2.5 aperture, and they're using the CMOS, and the Note 2 is using Excimer RS CMS. They both support the 1080p Full HD on 30 fps. Now let's talk about the connectivity. They're both using the Wi-Fi 6, but the Note 2 is using the newer Bluetooth version, which is 5.2. They both have the USB Type-C, but the infrared port on the Note 2 is missing, where the Poco F3 GT has the infrared port for the TV usage. Now let's talk about the network. They both using the 2 SIM. The Type SIM is Nano. They both are same. They both using 5G, LTE, Cat 18, hybrid slot is no, eSIM support is no. They both support standby technology and nano SIM technology. Now let's talk about their prices and their announcement. They both announced in July 2021. But the Poco F3 GT is a flagship phone because it's a gaming phone with the higher RAM version and a higher storage version. Also the higher camera, the 64 megapixel camera, where the Note 2 is a mid-ranger phone, but the flagship. But the funny thing is the flagship Poco F3 GT costs less than the Note 2, and it has more features than the Note 2. So it's all now. If you find this video interesting, let me know in the comments, and also be sure to subscribe my channel, and thank you, and leave a like also.